So I have been adding some new workouts basically. I've been doing a lot of arm workouts lately and I've noticed that my arms has been getting some improvements. I used to like train them like once every 2 weeks basically. So but now I'm actually training them basically almost every single workout I do. I train basically like twice a week, and I've noticed with this type of workout routine it's basically just Monday, not really Monday, but I don't even have like a usual time where I go to the gym. I usually just go when my body just feels like it, like when I'm not that sore. But I just finished working out at the gym and I hit like arms, and I was looking at the mirror at the gym and I was like, I'm actually getting bigger, I'm getting some improvements with like my arms. And I think it's just because of the volume that I had been adding onto my workout. I had been adding more and more volume to my workout. Just yeah, I did like this week I'm gonna be doing like two more workouts basically of arms. I think it's Monday or something, Monday. So the next training is gonna be probably around Thursday or maybe around Wednesday or something. But the volume that I had been doing with like this type of workout just really improving my arm. Back then I used to not have this like workout. I used to just do like the push pull legs that a lot of people usually gets beginners on. I did that for like 3 years and actually never see any progress with like my arms. Yeah, I found my arms were like somewhat getting some tone, but it wasn't getting bigger. I think the only part of my body that was actually growing was my chest and also my back, but never really my arms. Never really my arms because I wasn't really training them. I never had like an arm day or like a shoulder day. But recently I had been adding more and more workout to my arm. A lot of people I've noticed like I've been watching a lot of videos about like fitness, and they were talking about, oh yeah, you don't really need to do like an arm day because you usually get hit by the push pull legs. But I realize now that that's actually kind of like bullshit because for like if you're like a natural guy, like I'm a natural, I don't take steroids, I don't take steroids, any drugs and stuff like that. I feel like doing like arm workouts or like having like a shoulder day really just improves your definition, somewhat. So I've been doing that for like a year now, and I've noticed more and more improvements. I wish I started this much sooner than I was actually kind of pushing this like, oh yeah, you don't need like an arm workout because I was like following basically advice that I was seeing online. And now that I've been doing this for like a year now, I've noticed so much more improvements. I had gained like few inches with like my arms basically with just in a year, and I actually gained like 10 kilograms this year. Like last year I gained like 10 kilograms, and the goal this year is to bulk up around 70 kilograms. And yeah, I want to get bigger, I'm like getting bigger and stronger. I was at the gym earlier and I was like, I was with this guy, we were like training, and I saw this guy and he was doing like tricep push downs, and he was doing it with like an added weight of 35, which is like, it was around like 135 pounds, which is a lot for a guy like me. I saw that and I was like, whoa, this guy's fucking strong as fuck. And I was like, and I want to get that strong, so I need to gain some weight. And my tricep push down PR currently is around 115 pounds, which is a big improvement because I used to start around 60 pounds. I remember I used to do like tricep push downs as like a beginner, and I was only able to do like 60 pounds, but now I'm actually able to do like 115, which is a big improvement in just a year. So I'm pretty proud of that. And Yeah, I'm at the park right now. Currently watching this waterfall. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I'm watching the waterfall. I just finished going to the gym and I was skating with my friends basically. I think they're still there. But I was skating and I think I actually got somewhat injured because my knees just hurt somewhat a little bit, you know? A little bit hurts. And yeah, I think it's just the part of skating a lot basically. I'm now actually able to do like an ollie. I'm getting better at doing tricks. Yeah, my goal this year is to just hit like much higher ollie, you know. I wanna get there's like good rails around this park, like the city basically. And I wanna do like some tricks and just record it online and just upload it here. You know, just uploading the videos in like the files here, you know. But okay, should be mosquito. Yeah, this is like a chill place. I think this guys like they're playing around with like sticks. I don't know if you can see this, but around like the big building, basically the big building around here. That's like guys like playing with sticks. And there's like a martial arts in like my country, and they basically use that for like fighting or something. And yeah, I'm watching though. Actually, looks kind of fun. Yeah, it looks kind of fun, you know. Like I used to do like martial arts, you know, but I got beat up doing like boxing, and I don't really like boxing that much because it just hurts me so much, you know. I like doing wrestling better because I think it's just much easier on my body to handle. But boxing, it just sucks. I remember getting hit in the liver basically, was like sparring, and that shit hurts, you know. That shit hurts. So I just rather stick to like wrestling. But yeah, I'm watching them. So I'm probably gonna go home. I need to hit 4,000 calories a day. I think I'm around 3,000. I'm already around like 3,000 calories, which is pretty nice because I had been struggling to put on weight for some reason, you know. For the last few days, I've been moving out like the house, changing place where I've been changing place to live at, you know. And it actually kind of sucks because I don't really like the place that I live in right now. I'm gonna talk about this separately in a different video, but I hate the place that I'm living at right now. I don't really like it that much because it low-key fucking sucks. It is like, yeah, the last place that we used to live at, it was like much expensive, but it looks much better. You know, it looks much better, and there's like much better, oh, what you call it, like much better people in there. You know, they were living at that, but we're paying around like 10k a month, like 10k like pesos basically, which is a lot if you're like broke as fuck. That's a lot. Now that we basically got kicked out of like the apartment because of like my sister and like the owners basically just having like a fit, you know, they're like having a fight. So we move out and we're now living out at this new place, and I don't really like it. So I'm gonna have to find a way to get out of this shithole basically. So that's basically it. I'm gonna try to hit my calories. Just gonna go and eat. Yeah, I'm gonna go skate. Bye bye.